Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to the 30 Days AI Challenge hosted by Hills and Tech. You are very all much welcome. Hi. If you're just joining us, say hi in the comment section and we'll see you. Hello, everybody. Okay, so we are on day 25. We have come a long way since day one. Well, we just have 5 days left, and then we're officially done with the 30 days AI challenge. Well done to everybody who has been with us since day one. We have covered a whole bunch of tools, a lot of AI tools and productivity tools, such as Asana, Notion, Loom, even StreamYard for recording, Canva. And today we have another tool that we're going to learn today, which is ClickUp. So thank you everybody for sticking with us and well done so far. And if you're just joining us for the 30 Days AI Challenge, you're not too late. Not at all. We have a whole list of all the tools from the previous days. If you missed any, we have a playlist. You could always just go back to the recordings and watch and learn and try out as many things as you possibly can. And we have a WhatsApp group where you can always share. If you're having any challenges or anything, you can just leave a comment there and we'll attend to you. Okay, so this is the 30 Days AI Challenge in celebration of the International Women's Day. So for 30 days, for 30 minutes a day, you come and learn practical AI tools that could help improve your career, your business, and your general daily productivity. So you're very much welcome. So for today, we are going to learn ClickUp for day 25. So join me we, or as I bring up to stage our facilitator for today. She is an alumni of Hills and Tech, meaning she has taken a course with us. So join me as I welcome Miss Zillah Wobo to take the ClickUp session. Hi.
Hi, hello everyone. Hello everyone. We have less than 30 minutes, so let's make good use of our time.
Okay, you're very much welcome. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much, Beatrice. Thank you so much.
Yes. So to start us off, could you tell us how and why you started using ClickUp?
Um, ClickUp, yeah, it's just one of the productivity tools I use, and I find it very useful because it's like I have everything in one space, in one place. So I don't need to use this tool and use that tool and supplement with another tool. ClickUp is just my all-in-one platform for every project management task that I have to do. That's why I choose ClickUp actually.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sharing your screen now so we can see your screen. So I'll just hand it over to you now.
Thank you so much, Beatrice. Thank you so much. So I'm already in ClickUp, right? So if you want to go along with me so things get practical for you too, please, I think Beatrice is going to put the link to ClickUp. So you sign in, so you log in, sign in, and then it gets to this space. So once you click on the link, you're going to see a page, the landing page where you put your details, your email, all that stuff. They would ask a bunch of questions just so they can organize your platform more suited to what you want. That's another reason why I like ClickUp, right? Because it thinks about the bigger picture. It's not just project management. There's a way your dashboard can be arranged and organized based on what you want to use ClickUp for. So once you do that, this is where you land on. I chose project management because that's what I use my ClickUp to do. So that's why my setup, my layout is this way. So let's get into it. You have the home button, and under the home button, you have inbox. Inbox is think of your text messages, right? All messages go to your inbox. So every message across channels, which we will get into, across channels, across personal messages and all that. Everything lands in your inbox. As long as it's sent to you, it's gonna land in your inbox. For replies, replies are I'll just give an example. You know, with WhatsApp, right? You write a message and you want the message to be sent, or you want someone to be alerted of the message, right? So you go at the person. So every message, every comment that is at you would be in replies. That's what replies is for. Assigned comments, every comment that was assigned to you, you get it's gonna land here. My tasks assigned to me, every task assigned to you, which we're gonna get into in a bit, would also appear here. Today and overdue. Every task that is due for today or that has been due previously would be on. You would find every task here. Personal list. Let's say you have a list of to-dos outside your work tasks and all that. I do that most times where I have my own list aside what has been assigned to me. You could do that here. You wouldn't find any here because this is like a new space for me. Okay, so with ClickUp, there's hierarchy, right? The hierarchy is workspace, and under workspace, you have the space, and under space, you have the folder, and under folders or in folders, you have lists, and in lists, you have tasks. Your tasks can have subtasks if you want them, but that's the hierarchy. So what houses all this is your workspace. And you can have as many workspaces as you want, right? I think this is the free version, so I think it allows for like 2 or 3. I'm not so sure. But you can have as many workspaces as you want. You just click on the drop down button and create workspace. All right. So let's get into it. When you want to create your space, you scroll down, click on the plus button. I use marketing a lot because that's like my field. Already exists, marketing team. Here you could put a brief description on what the space is about, the team, your plans, your goals, and all of that, the vision for the team, if you like. But for this, I don't think we should do that. Let's start with the everyday task. I think for beginners, this is the best to use. This is a little bit more pro version. Not pro version in the sense that you pay more, pro version in the sense of more experience using ClickUp. All right, so let's create space. Great. So once you create this space, automatically a list comes. Like you get a list immediately you create a space. So with list, remember with the hierarchy, it's folder before list, right? But why you do not get a folder is because ClickUp wants to give you the option of choosing whether you want a folder or not. But to keep things organized on ClickUp, I think you would need a folder. For example, in marketing team, let's say we want to rename this list to, let's rename. To rename, you just click on the 3 buttons beside it and rename this. What task could we put under marketing? Let's say launch campaign. Launch campaign. Oh, sorry, I forgot the H. Yeah, launch campaign. Yeah. So what? Oh my God, that's true. I can't actually see your comments. I was about to ask another suggestion. You could, but that's okay. Sorry, give me a moment.
I didn't get that. Could you try again? Moments of a function in mathematics.
Sorry. Let's create another list, launch campaign. What other could we use? We could say.
Okay, I've created your note.
I'm
It's
so
called
sorry.
launch campaign.
My
What
phone
other
is
reviews can
doing
you
its
say?
thing. I'm just gonna put you off. Sorry about that. Let's say another task in campaigns could be
No worries at all. Hi, Zillah. I can see a
hey,
comment here saying social media content. Could-
okay, social media content. But with organizing on ClickUp, social media content and campaigns would be in different folders, right? But then let's just say social media creatives. Let's say social media creatives, all right? Uh, Under social media creatives, we could have, sorry, my laptop is lagging a bit. Apologies. One moment. Under social media creatives. Another thing could be for campaigns, prepare campaign materials, right? Prepare campaign materials and create. So I just want to focus on the least linked to campaigns. So we could create a folder right away. I wouldn't want to put so much in there just because my laptop seems to be lagging. Sorry about that. So we're gonna create um, the folder. To create a folder under a space, you click on the plus button and then you go to folder and you follow the prompt to name your folder whatever it is. So let's call this campaigns, right? Here, remember, you could put a description if you would like, just to make things more detailed on your end. If it's a work setting, we recommend that you put a bit of description so anyone who comes to that folder understands what it's about, especially for new employees and stuff like that. So we're gonna put all these lists in campaigns now. So you drag and drop, right? There, and then drag, drop there. My laptop is really lagging. So sorry, guys. Mm, yeah. So that's what you do with. That's how you create a folder and put your list in that folder. Now with list, remember with the hierarchy I gave, it's list, then tasks, then subtasks. So we're going to click on one of the lists. Let's say prepare campaign materials. Um, I hope my laptop opened. Yes, it did. Yeah. So one task under prepare campaign materials could be choose brand um, brand template. Let's see, brand template, and then another could be prepare launch um, launch campaign materials. Now these are tasks. If you would want to create a subtask, you're going to click on the task, all right, and it's going to give you the expanded version. Yeah. So if I'm too fast, please let me know. I'm just trying to meet up with time because I know my laptop lagging has taken quite a lot of time. Yeah. So you scroll down and add your subtask here. You just click on it and add whatever subtask you have. So far, do you have any questions? I think I was going step by step by step, so I don't want to go too far. If you have questions, I can take
Okay,
that.
none so far, so we
None
can
so far.
proceed.
Okay. So once you create a task, you have a list of things. This is what your page is like. It's called fields, right? You have the assignee field, you have the due date, the priorities. The assignee is who you want the task to be assigned to, who you want the task to be handled by. And just so I clarify things, the task and the subtask does not always have to be assigned to the same person. Okay, the task can be assigned to one person and subtask assigned to another person based on what they are meant to do, what they are meant to deliver with the task. I hope that makes sense, right? So just because I'm the only one on the workspace, I will assign it to myself. Uh, oh, see, there's another, but then I'm just gonna assign it to me. Due date is when you is the time you'd want the task to be delivered. So you could choose anything. There's going to be a drop down of the calendar stuff. Um, let's say Saturday. Priority is the ranking. How, if it's high priority, if it's low priority, if it's medium priority. Yeah, you could include that just to show urgency. That's what priority is for, just to show urgency. So the person who the task is assigned to understands that, oh, if it's urgent, then you just choose urgent. You can add as many fields as you'd like. I'm gonna click on add columns. Um, so it depends on the information and the detail you would want to contain in that task. You could choose from the drop down menu uh, what you would want to add to the task as a field. Remember, fields are the assignee, the due date, the urgent, all those extra that makes that gives more information to who you're assigning the task to, or anyone that comes across the task. So they have a full view of what's going on with the task. Okay. Since we don't have any questions so far, I will go to my favorite part, which is automations. Yeah, automations are always a thing for me. So let's go to automations. Here you have a list of automations templates already created. Um, what you could do is choose from the templates, but I think I would want to show you how to create an automation from scratch. So we're going to do it from scratch. But if you what you want to create or what you're looking out for is already set as a template, you could just click on it, apply it, just toggle this button, and yeah, it's going to be applied to the task. So let's go create new automation from scratch. Give me one moment. Let's go to more. Oh my god, talk about I didn't talk about favorites and all of that stuff. Favorites are like when you start a thing. Sorry, I'm using WhatsApp a lot. That's like my go-to social media messaging platform, right? So when you start a message, you start a video, you start a document, you start a comment, just so you could have easy access to it. So you do not have to search through the junk of it. That's what favorites is for. It's just for easy access. Channels are like group chats. You can create a channel by clicking on this plus button. Channels are just group chats. So you could have a channel for the entire workspace, which is going to be everyone in the workspace included. Or you could have a channel for since we're having marketing tasks, we could have a channel for marketing teams. So just the people in the marketing team would be added. Let me just quickly show you how to create a channel and include people. Marketing. Let's say marketing team. Let's just say marketing channel. So we already have a marketing team. Make it private. Here's the option you have to control level of access. Okay, so only you and invited members would have access. All right, so you click on this and then you create a channel. Once you create a channel, you see a plus button. I'm speaking faster than my laptop just because it's lagging, right? You're gonna see a plus button, and it's with that plus button you get to add. Okay, we're already here. Go away. Not here. Sorry, give me one moment. Let me bring that out. Okay. So the plus button, you add people, you search for people in your workspace. All right, you search for people in your workspace, or if they're not in your workspace, you can invite by email. Let's say I'm the only one in the workspace, but then let me just use one email, Lady Girly. It's one of my emails. LadyGirly@gmail.com. LadyGirly@gmail.com. Enter. No, didn't work. No. People. Sorry, the normal mic. Yes. So once you put it, even if the person isn't in the workspace at the time, you just click on this, and then an invite will be sent to the person, and then the person will be notified, and then there'll be a button sent to the email, and yeah, they follow the prompt and they land on your workspace as long as they have ClickUp on their device. Okay? If that's not clear, just let me know, okay? So we're going for automations, correct? So let's go to AI. Click on it again. I really apologize for my lagging laptop. Why can't I find the automation button? Is there? Meanwhile, super agents are AI models built for separate tasks, like specific tasks, right? You have super agent for project management. You have super agent for customer support. You have super agents for scheduling. You have super agents for different specific. These are built specifically for certain tasks. Okay, I'm just gonna show you. Just yeah. So based on what you want, you use any of those AI models. They are specifically built for certain tasks, so they deliver on an excellent level on that task. So this is for projects with management, but busy work kill. This is for personal productivity. Um, this is for task management. This is your AI virtual assistant, executive productivity, scheduling, all of that stuff. So you, based on what you want, you just use and click on any of these guys. Okay, so back to us checking for our automations. If we got that correctly, sent, not you. Let's go to the home button. Let's see if it's there. Should be somewhere around here. Definitely. More. Check customer. It's usually just up there. Like, I'm not sure if there was a system update. Okay. Here we go. Automations. So here. So like I said, there are a lot of templates based on what you want to do. Okay. Based on what you want to do. There are a lot of templates you can use. But then I will just show you how to create an automation um, from scratch. Can someone give me an idea of what you would want to automate? Let's say you have, remember, we've created tasks, we've created subtasks. Think of something you want to be done without you having to manually do it. That is what automations are for. Repetitive tasks that you wouldn't want to always manually do. You just want it to be done by itself. So with automations, there's usually a trigger. For ClickUp does not run automations manually. I think Asana does, where you can run an automation manually. But for ClickUp, it is always triggered by something, by an action, right? So think of something and let me know. Beatrice, if there's anything in the comments, just let me know. Or I'll.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a comment saying, can we send emails after every meeting?
Oh,
Is a
you'd want to
question.
send emails after every meeting? Hmm.
Yes, I think
Okay,
that's kind
let's
of.
see. I've never tried that before, but I mean, let's see. We're up to the challenge, aren't we? So trigger with tasks, with subtasks, tasks or subtasks, let's say any of that. With that, I would have to add the calendar. And because this is a free version, just give me a moment. Let me see if I can add it. Last time I checked, I couldn't because this is the free version. But let me see if since things are moving around, who knows? ClickUp would have been nice to us. Close, planner. um, yeah, you would have to add your calendar um, to be able to do that because now we're talking about meetings and all of that. So you would have to synchronize your calendar to ClickUp to do that. And because I don't have my calendar synchronized, I don't think I can do that right now. Is there another suggestion? Let me know if there's another suggestion, Beatrice. Where did we find that before?
Oh,
Mhm.
no other suggestion for now. That was the only one.
That was the other one. Because with if you looked at the trigger, you'd see just options for tasks, subtasks, tasks, and subtasks, right? So there isn't any option for that, and I believe that it's probably because my calendar has not been synchronized. It has not been
Okay.
integrated with this. But if you give me an automation around the areas that are available, which are tasks, which are subtasks, then sure, why not, right? So
Okay.
no one is bringing anything. Okay, let's go back to start. Yeah, let's go here. Mm, There's one moment. Let's go to the bottom. Yes, add automation. There we go. So, would you want a situation where, um, speaking of that, there's the thing called status for every task. So the status shows where a task is from ideation to completion. So there's the to do, meaning you haven't started, you're yet to start. So it just shows you that this is what you're meant to do. So to do, there's the in progress, which you can edit the way you want it. I'm going to show you that in a moment. There's the in review, and there's the completed or done. All right. So would you want me to show you how you could automate a trigger where once a task goes from to do to in progress to review, you wouldn't have to manually assign that task to the person who is to review it. It assigns it on its own. Would you like to see that? I could show you that if you'd want.
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yes.
before we get into that, let me just show you the status and how you could, switch the status and all of that stuff. And so, go away. Okay. So back to our task team, marketing team. So the task I have in my head is I could go through the to do and review progress and all of that. I'm just gonna try a blog workflow. Um, okay, yes. Let's just call this blog, not blogs. Okay, and this is a list. Remember the sequence. Always remember the sequence with ClickUp so you do not get things mixed up. So in the list, then you could have the tasks, which we're going to automate after we create a task. So let's get into it with blog. I really do apologize for my lagging laptop. This is what's going on. I think this can go. So let's say draft blog post. Yeah, draft blog post. Well, let's just say blog post, right? So with blog post, this is the status. You can edit status name if you want. You can customize it. You could put colors and all of that. You just click on this, and then you could, let's try purple. Nah, to do meaning you've not done anything, so there shouldn't be any color. What I would do, right? What I would do. And then we have to add more status options. So let me just advance the here. Advanced settings. So this is where you edit the statuses, right? So you click on use custom status because what we have here is the one ClickUp has provided for us, but based on what you want, probably you're doing a sprint review that requires of um, different levels that you'd want it to go through before completion. You just have to use the use custom statuses, which is going to give you room to add a status. And here we're going to do in review. In review. Okay. Since things are beginning to move forward, let's just use blue for that. Yeah. You could save it as a template because this is going to be stored in the list. It's not going to be stored in the workspace or the space itself. It's going to be stored in the list, in the folder that it was created in. So if you want it to be available for the workspace to use, you can save it as a template before you apply changes in here. Does that make sense? Are we good on that? Yeah, I'll take that as a yes. Apply
Yes, we
changes.
are.
I don't have to save it as a template because, yeah, I'm going to use it. So, let's When you want to change the status of a task, you would click on the that circular stuff just beside it for ClickUp. For other productivity tools, it's totally different. You click here, right? To do is the one that has nothing on it. And that's why we color tag it so you know exactly where it is. So you could move from to do to in progress to in review, just whatever stage it's in, you could change the status of the task using this, right? So with this task, we have no assignee, we have no due date, and all of that. It's intentional. Just because I want to automate um, a workflow where it moves from to do to in review, and then it gets an assignee and a due date. So let's do that. And we scroll down again. Okay, add automation. Trigger is going to be tasks, right? Because we created a task, we want it to work on the task and not the subtask. But if you're unsure, then take task or subtasks, right? If you're unsure which is which, then just take task or subtask. But because we're sure, let's just pick off on tasks. Task created by. So we want status change. So here it's asking, okay, the trigger is the task. But then with the task, what do you want to change? Okay, what action triggers the automation for the task? Does that make sense? If you don't get it, ask me questions and then I'll try to explain as much as I can, right? So here we said status change. It says from what status to what status. Now we want to be specific. If you do not want to be specific, if you want any status at all, leave it at any status. But because we are specific, we want uh, from not started. Sorry, give me a moment. Let's go back there again. Not started. Not started is actually to do, just so you know. It's just that way. If you're unsure, click on the drop down just beside it, then you'd see. Yeah. So we want from not started, in progress. Yeah, that here. All right. To in review. Okay. So this is the trigger. So what it's saying that in tasks, once a task in to do that was once in the status of to do or in progress moves to in review, then the automation is triggered. Okay, so this is the action that happens. With status change, the action they want is change of assignee. Okay, so who do you want the task to be assigned to? That's what it means by select a user. So we're going to change assignee to me, since I'm the active user here. So we're going to change it to me. And remember, I said we want to put an assignee and we want to put a due date. So to add another action, you click on this plus button to add something else. So another action, it could be whatever action. Remember, it has to be based on what you're looking for. So search due date for a second. And here you to choose the due date you would want. Um, Okay, this part could get a bit tricky, so I'm just going to try to explain it as much as I can. Oh my god, it's getting late. All right, days after trigger dates. Now, if you would want the due date to be the day that you want 5 days after the automation was triggered, you click on this, and then you get to choose how many days you would want. If you want the due date to be the day that the automation was triggered, you click on trigger date. On trigger date and time, you get the date, you get to choose the time on that day the automation was triggered and all of that. But here I'm just going to choose the date because uh, yep, get to choose a date. Choose a date. Select the date. Yeah. So let's say me first. Okay, because it's what I see here, right? So me first. I believe. Where did he go? It was me first. Yeah, me first. So you create it. You could name your automations. Just so I'm just gonna name it blog flow, blog workflow here. You can name it rather than having some sort of custom mod. Blog workflow. Yeah, save it. Close this. So you know an automation is active once you see the thunder or the lightning bolts yellow. If it's not, if it's not this color, if it's just perfectly gray, then it's not active. You would have to go ensure that you did everything properly to activate it. So let's change from to do to in review and see what happens. Why didn't it change? Probably I did something wrong. Hold up. Hold on a bit. Let's see. Oh, it was taking time. I'm so sorry, guys. My laptop is lagging, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's something from my side. If so, the assignee has to change to why didn't it change? Okay, let's go check it again. Or do I hold off a bit? Let me see if it's my laptop doing its thing. Let's try this again in review. Yeah, so it was my laptop doing its thing. Okay, so once you change from to do, probably a task is in to do, or a task is in progress to in review. Yeah, it's automatically like assigned to someone else and puts a due date for whatever dates that you chose. Does that make sense? Is that understood? Or is there any question? I would really love to answer questions, right? I know that we have 15 minutes to 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Are there any questions? Do we all understand?
Hi, hi Zillah. I believe we all understand because there are not any questions at this moment. Okay,
Okay.
all right, yeah. So we can go ahead and round off. In if there are any questions,
Okay.
they can leave it on the WhatsApp group.
Oh, great, great. If there are any questions, then we could respond to them on WhatsApp. Remember, I mentioned at the beginning that I love ClickUp because ClickUp is like your one-stop platform. It has this space for managing tasks, creating documents, and all of that stuff. So if you want to create a document, you go to Docs. Let's create a document. Let me just show you what it's like, just so you could explore on your own. How you really get into this is once you are able to do it by yourself, take out time and practice with it. Practice needs improvement, I believe. Yes, it does. So here you could put your title and all of that. You could format your document just like Google Docs or Word, Microsoft Word, and all of that. Here, page styles, choose the fonts you want, how do you want the layout to be. All of that is embedded in documents in ClickUp. Okay, you even get to choose cover images and stuff like that. I mean, oh yeah, there it is. All right, so there's a lot you could use ClickUp for, and probably, of course, 1 hour won't be enough to exhaust everything, all its features and all. But these are the main stuff. And I don't use whiteboard, but if whiteboard is your cup of tea, you could also include that. I'm just gonna go to more. Oh yes, and for documents, you could link it documents to a task. So you just go here, link task with doc here, and then let's link it to blog post since it's our most active. Right? So you see, now we have a document linked here. You could also link different documents to each other. And your document does not have to be one page alone. You could add pages as much as you would like. Let me close this. Okay. So yeah, that's where we are at. I'm so constrained by time. I'm so sorry. I would have loved to show you whiteboards because there are a whole lot of templates you could use for your whiteboards, presentations, and all. You could add pages to documents using this page right here. So yeah. So thank you so much, guys. I'm looking forward to your questions in the WhatsApp group. I hope
Yes.
to discuss further. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Zillah. Thank you so much for handling this session.
You're
Everyone,
welcome.
if you have questions, please leave them in the WhatsApp group. We'll be sure to answer them. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to
That's
share
okay.
your knowledge.
That's okay.
Yes, and we're looking forward to seeing you later on in a couple of days for
Yeah.
your second session. Yeah. Okay. So thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And thank you everybody for joining us today. Thank you so much. We've come a long way. We're on day 25. We just have what 5 days left and then we're absolutely done. So thank you everybody. And if you're in the WhatsApp group, you know that upcoming days we have Jira, Monday.com. We have a week 1 and week 2 recap. So if you missed out on week 1 and week 2, you can come and ask your questions, and we'll be sure to answer everything, and in preparation for the grand finale, which is on day 30. So we are going to put out a quiz later today, later this evening. It's going to be available for a couple of days. And this quiz is just to serve as a refresher or a reminder of what you've learned so far. So not to worry, it's something very easy that you can handle. So please look out for announcements on the WhatsApp. group. Thank you, everybody. Do enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.